Planetside 533, and today we're going to have a first reaction at the new player experience. So we'll have a quick read through what the devs have released. We'll have a quick read through of what they've changed, what they've added, and then we'll have a quick play through the new tutorial, and we'll see if we can see anything major differently in the main screen. So having a look at the new player experience, they've changed the character create. Just makes it look a little bit nicer. I mean, it's neither here nor there. I'm pretty sure all the cosmetic items that are found on the main characters of these factions are able to be earned in-game. They aren't Daybreak cash currency cosmetics, which is good because, you know, you should be selling the game, not your cosmetic items. They've updated the new character customization, which is neither here nor there. New tutorial, so this will be interesting. I'm really interested to have a look at this because, as most people know, the previous tutorial was absolute garbage. It was absolute dog shit when it comes to teaching new players how to play the game. It was mainly because the old tutorial was teaching people things that every FPS player knows. I mean, I highly doubt there's going to be many people who are playing this game who have never played an FPS before. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have added, and they probably have kept most of that in there, but things like, you know, how to crouch, how to change weapons, walking around, jumping, you know, all those keys for FPSs have been the same for as long as I can remember. So hopefully they do more in the tutorial that teaches players how to play the game and how to work around the fine mechanics of the game. Reading the map, deploy points, spawn points, you know, that sort of stuff. So hopefully they get into that. They've also added the post-tutorial faction embassies where you can go after you've done your tutorial, and you've got these new field commander NPCs. Find that very interesting. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good move because, I mean, what you want to do, this game is like a FPS MMO in the sense of you've got three factions. You want to try and get your player attached to their faction and their character as fast as possible, because if you can create a bond, if you can create an attachment between the player and their character or their faction, it will keep them coming back for more. And in terms of like a marketing standpoint, very good. In terms of a player satisfaction, it is probably pretty good as well. I mean, when you first start off in this game, you can feel a little bit lost. It can feel a little bit overwhelming, especially if you don't have friends who are a little bit more experienced in the game to guide you. So I think that would be a good idea. I'll be interested to see how that plays out. And then you got new drop pod cosmetics. Obviously, neither here nor there. Are there people going to spend a lot of money to try and upgrade the drop pods now? Probably. Am I going to do it? I mean, probably. But, I mean, it's not going to affect the game at all. And obviously, there's going to be a few graphical improvements. I think they're adding the colorblind feature. I am colorblind, so I'll be interested to see if that actually improves my gameplay or not. I've never used colorblind filters on any video game ever. My colorblindness isn't that bad. It's mainly just that red-green. So, I don't know. I'll give it a test out, but I also don't want to be recording in colorblind filter modes and make you guys feel off-put. They've also adjusted a couple of metagame changes, like some suits and abilities, quality of life updates, bug fixes, implant revisions, that sort of stuff. So, I think this is good. I mean, especially after the integration update, having a new update so soon is quite good. I'm looking forward to how it is. They've added some lighting fixes, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to be interested to see how the game looks. And hopefully it's going to be a little bit more revamped for 2021. Anyone who's obviously been playing the game knows that some of the screens were a little bit outdated. They're starting to feel their age a little bit. I mean, it is an old game now, but it's still going strong. I mean, I'm liking it. The integration update has brought quite a few people into the servers now. The servers don't feel as empty as what they were before. And I mean, I'm loving it because now I can play NSO and be aligned to a faction. So I don't feel like I'm missing out by playing NSO anymore, and I can really put my time and effort into it without feeling like, you know, next game I'm going to be in the other team. So, alright, well, we'll crack into it. I'll quickly give the video a pause, and we'll have a look at the new tutorial. Alright, so we're looking at the new title screen. Looks pretty good. I mean, the title screen is neither here nor there. It looks a little bit better than what it did before. I'm liking the color schemes. I'm liking how everything sort of just looks in general. I don't know if they've updated what the character models are looking like, but I mean, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy. I mean, this is the character and the class that I usually play with the cosmetics that I play with. I mean, it makes me feel a little bit more excited to get into the game when I first start. But we're not playing my NSO character today. We'll be opening a new character, and we'll have a look at what the new experience is like for a new player. Let's try and imagine like I don't have a fair few hours on record. So starting the game, we've got the new character selection. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks a little bit more, like I said, it looks a little bit more 2021, you know. If you're coming from another game, you know, all your Flash titles, that sort of stuff, this looks a little bit more the part. I don't have a Vanu character at the moment, so I will click on them, which a few people in my outfit will not be happy with, and they will call me a traitor, but we'll create a Vanu character right now. So, starting off as a female, we'll create a male. You got your different skin tones which change your facial structure as well. I am obviously a very white boy, so I'll be creating a very white boy character today. Enter character name, Curving Titan 533 BS. Name is available, thank you. And then it just gives you a quick brief on, I guess, what the Vanu sovereignty is known for, which is obviously mag riders and being cheese. So it does give you an option to skip the tutorial now, which they didn't do before. In the previous tutorial, you were able to, well, you were forced into the tutorial as soon as you created the character, and there was an option to skip tutorial, which didn't work. So you had to log out of the game as soon as you went into the tutorial, so that you could re-log in and it would spawn you in the sanctuary instead of making you do the tutorial again. So we're not going to skip the tutorial because I want to have a bit of a review over it. Just have a look and try and come at this like a new player. We will go Connery. I am interested. I'm excited. I want to see what happens. I want to see how well they've
Soldier,
taken
can you hear me?
people's advice.
Looks like some of your memory was lost during the last respawn. These things happen from time to time. We need to run some tests before sending you back. We've routed you to this virtual training simulator. We'll go over the basics to restore your memory. Step on the pad to begin. A little bit of immersion lore stuff. You know, neither here nor there. I like it. It might give a little bit of personality to the game. So obviously just standard movement. We are the Vanu sovereignty, named after the advanced alien race that once inhabited the planet Araxis. We have embraced both Vanu enlightenment and technology. This gives us the will and the might to usher humanity into an everlasting age of prosperity. This is the Terran Republic, a short-sighted and tyrannical regime. They believe Araxis belongs to them and only them.
I like this.
Their blind aggression towards us only impedes humanity's destiny with Vanu. And these misguided people call themselves the New Conglomerate. Vanu's enlightenment is to the benefit of all humankind. They value the individual over the greater good, trampling those who only seek to help them. The simulation is now loading the firing range. Stand by.
So I like that.
Your rehabilitation begins by identifying friend from
I'd like
foe.
to have a quick look at
Step
what the
up to the
Terra Republic
firing
and the
range
NC
to
also
begin.
say about it. But I like how they've given it from, and they're describing the other factions from the view of the Vanu sovereignty. That it adds a little bit more immersion, it adds a little bit more character to the faction. It's not just pick a faction that doesn't matter, go ahead and go. But it gives you a quick insight on how that faction sees the other factions, which I think is quite nice. A little bit more involvement in the game. I like it. Because as most of us know who play Planetside 2, people get pretty personal about their factions. As an NSO, yeah, I'm neither here nor there. I mean, I like to jump around the factions and stuff when I can. But when I was playing Terra Republican, when I first started playing TR, I was pretty TR ride or die. So I like it. I think it adds a little bit of character. I think it's good. So we'll come over here.
Friendlies are always marked with an indicator overhead. Enemies won't be marked unless spot. Weapons are now enabled. Eliminate enemy targets while avoiding friendly fire. Score enough points to proceed. Aim down sights to improve accuracy.
Oh, I was already aiming down sights. But yeah, okay, this is interesting. It's a little bit different to what it was before. I mean, before you said the 3-person lineup and you just had to shoot the people, so this is interesting.
Good. Now,
give you a quick feel of how your guns play out.
Redeploy now to get into the fight.
It's fast paced. I like it. I mean, I kind of already know what I'm doing, so I might be doing it a little bit faster than what other people do. But I'm trying to come at this new player experience.
This is a map of the war zone. The flashing hotspots to the west indicate there is an active battle at Outpost Echo. That region is under our control, but not for long if we don't defend it. Deploy there now.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
You're now in the spawn room of Outpost Echo. This building is a safe zone so long as we control this region.
Do they just
Head over to those equipment terminals.
They have NPCs running around.
Equipment terminals let you change your class and resupply ammo. Use the terminal to switch to an engineer. Now, let's defend this outpost. Leave the spawn room. Enemies are trying to take the control point. Look for Control Point A on your map or HUD. Head towards it and defend it. Our enemies have just captured Control Point A. We need to retake the point before they capture the base.
You know what? Color me impressed. Color me impressed. I'll give a proper review when we're done. But at the moment, this is already a lot better than what we were seeing in the previous tutorial. Have NPCs shooting and stuff. I like that. I like that a lot. And they have voices
the enemies around the control point. Now that we're clear, stay near the control point to recapture it for our empire.
This is a lot better than the previous control point capture. It gives a little bit more motivation. I like it.
The control point is secure.
We close in
Capture
on
progress
victory.
made by the enemy is now being removed.
A bit more dynamic as well.
You
I like
successfully
the voices.
defended the outpost. Now let's reopen the map. It appears we've pushed the enemy from Outpost Echo to Substation Coral, and we'll continue the fight there. Place a personal waypoint in the highlighted area of the map. This waypoint can be used to guide us to our destination. Let's reinforce our front lines by pulling a vehicle from a vehicle terminal. Most bases have at least one.
Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay, I see where they're going with this. Get you to repair the vehicle terminal. Introducing a few things that they did not before.
I require repair!
Shut the
This vehicle
fuck
terminal
up!
was destroyed during the battle. Use the engineer's good as new. The repair tool can fix most mechanical objects, like vehicles. The Sunderer acts as a troop transport and can be deployed to become a spawn point for your allies.
Okay, they're already introducing spawn points.
Now, drive the Sunderer to your waypoint. You'll
And
see it on the HUD and map.
around.
The garage at the top of the hill seems like a defensible place out of sight from the enemy. We can deploy our Sunderer inside.
We all know that that is an absolute lie. This is the first place anyone
Bring
looks
the vehicle
for
to a complete stop, then deploy the vehicle.
That's good. I like that
Good.
they've
The Sunderer acts as a respawn point for our allies while deployed, and is critical to any offensive push. Leave the Sunderer, and let's help press the attack. Access the equipment terminal on the side of the vehicle, and switch to heavy assault. Now, join the attack. Head towards Control Point A.
Alright. Like I said, I'll give a full review after we've finished it, but I like what they're doing so far.
Hostile lightning tanks are blocking our path. Armored vehicles require heavy weapons to destroy. Switch to your rocket launcher and take them out. Enemy tanks destroyed. Press on to Control Point A.
And it's getting a good use of all the weapons.
There's a max unit guarding
Well, I
the
mean, you've
control
already
point.
done heavy assault and engineer
This
at the
armored
moment, but-
exosuit is tougher than standard infantry. Take them out using your rocket launcher or light machine gun. Capture Control Point A by staying near it.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get hurt. Man, I wish I shot that good in real games.
The enemy is now losing control of the region, and soon it will belong to us.
Okay.
We close in on victory.
So we're almost done the tutorial already.
We've
We're 34
captured
out
the
of 41.
facility.
The simulation is almost complete. There is one more thing. Follow the arrows to the top of that tower. The battlefields of Araxis are harsh and unforgiving. Death is an inevitability.
Well, I mean, for me it is. It's not a matter of how, but
Despite
when.
countless
And the win is
casualties
usually
in
in a
this war,
few
we
seconds.
persevere. Our spawn matrix ensures that death is fleeting. Embrace the challenge and carve a path toward our future. Memory restoration complete. The simulation is now ending and you will regain consciousness momentarily. Stand by.
So is that it?
Simulation complete. Speak to an officer and they will get you to the fight. Good luck, soldier.
Alright, so before we continue on with that, I will give a quick review. Color me impressed, Daybreak Games and Rogue Planet Games and the devs that are working on this game. Good job. I think that is hands down 200% better than what the other tutorial was. It's quick, straight to the point. It doesn't give you all the options of what all the classes are for, but even just introducing engineering, repair tools, they've introduced, you know, even just different types of weapons, that sort of stuff. They've introduced vehicles. More importantly, they've introduced Sunderers. So hopefully new players getting straight into the battlefield and knowing straight away, okay, if we want people to spawn where we're fighting, we need Sunderers there, which is fantastic. Couple of things that I would have improved. maybe even just adding a quick tutorial on upgrades, just so that people know, or even just a quick rundown of what you expect when you look at your classes. But they have added a little bit of a description to each of your characters, which is interesting. That's interesting. I would have liked to have seen a combat medic brief, because, you know, that's pretty important as well, I feel. But what they have done, they've done well. And compared to what the other tutorial was, hands down, so much better. So we'll have a quick look at what we do now. I assume this is what they are now calling the Faction Embassy, which is on Sanctuary. So we'll have a look. Oh, there's no... Oh, yeah. Oh, so this is where your output recruitment and stuff is now. So I assume this is our guy to talk to. Your condition seems stable and we've cleared you from combat. We've kept your equipment safely stored while you were away. Please reconfigure your weapons and loadouts. Okay. So we want to attach a weapon attachment. Okay, no. Never mind. I am wrong. They have thought about it. Okay, now they're talking about certifications. So is this kind of still part of the tutorial? I was quick to judgment. I will admit I'm wrong. Speak to the field commander once you arrive to the planet. Okay, interesting. They're gonna chuck you straight into the battle, which is, I mean, classic. Hit the ground running, is what I always say. The combat of Orexis does forge a man. You can't really learn everything you need to learn about the battlefield in a tutorial. Okay, so this is part of the warp gate now. Is this a live continent? Yes, it is a live continent. So this is now upgraded into the warp gate. Interesting. I mean, where else are they going to put it, I know, but... Use the holotape when you would join combat. Okay, so you can use this a little bit. Yeah, it's all about immersion, I feel, is what the new player experience is, what it's aimed for. It's immersing the new player straight into the game, which I completely understand and I appreciate. Okay, so there's no more tutorial. I guess it's straight into combat. That was a little bit laggy, but sure, we'll go for it. I'm down for it. We'll go into our first deck.
Victory has not eluded us. Fight harder.
I would find that pretty funny. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was so King Pro, so fair enough. And I guess that's the end of the tutorial. Cool. Well, we'll log out. I'll give my final thoughts. Look, like I said, I think I've already said everything I need to say. It looks pretty good. It's a hell of a lot better than what it was before. It's straight to the point. Gives a good brief rundown on everything you kind of need to know to get into the game and not feel so lost. Obviously, everything else that is learnt from now will be learnt from more experienced players. So I guess my biggest tip to anyone out there who is starting the game or wants to know how the game is at the moment find friends, whether it be in real life friends that you're playing games with, or just find a faction or a clan or some friends in game. Join a mentor squad. Everyone is more than happy to help, because this game is a sandbox. You're going to get out of it what you put in, and if you're going to play this game solo, I mean, look, if that's your vibe, do it. But you're probably going to have a lot more fun finding a team, finding some mates to play with that will consistently bring you back to the game. And once you start unlocking new items and that sort of stuff, again, I've got a few tips and tricks on a previous video for new players. But yeah, I'll probably leave this video here as it is. I just wanted to do a reaction to the tutorial. I will create a new video soon detailing all the meta changes in terms of suitabilities. I'll do a review on the colorblind settings to see how that works. But yeah, other than that, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. Follow me on Twitch. I'll be trying to hopefully do a live stream this weekend on both Twitch and YouTube. So tune in, have some discussions. I'm going to try and think of a new series that I'm actually going to start doing that will hopefully be a more consistent running theme instead of the odd video here and there. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.